Virtual Boy.
It's recording.
Okay, I received this in the mail today, and I did not realize this was the retail box that I was opening. And I used my key at the bottom, but I don't think I did this because the box was already falling apart. Big gaps and tears, like this flap, there's no way that was going through there. And these were pulling apart. And the reason I didn't realize it was a retail box is because they pulled the retail label off when they slapped the shipping label on. They could have just gone over it. But stuff's poking out here. That doesn't really matter. But this, it looks like they tried to seal it, but it is not sealed. And that is definitely thinner than the original. Much thinner. And let's see. So replacement eye shade holder and replacement eye shade for Virtual Boy. And this is the replacement stand. And right off the bat, I can see that it's kind of, you know, one leg is further that way than the other, and the original stand does not do that unless the stand is cracked. And so I sure hope this isn't cracked. You can see that it is still sealed. And I guess I'll just tear it open. I didn't keep the scissors handy. So I hope this stand is okay. And they still feel floppy. Maybe they tighten up when you pass the humps that lock them out. Like, all I really wanted was this piece because I have a second stand where the clip part is broken, and of course the medallion would be okay, but I could order those separately any day. And they definitely seem to be tightened up, but of course it's harder to tell if they're aligned. They could still be misaligned. And let's see. Let's go ahead and see how all this stuff fits. Since it's already poking through, I guess I don't really care about tearing it. Alright. It goes this way. So these two first. I should still have one of these around to compare it to my old frayed one, where I had a replacement sent to me directly from Nintendo, and then that one got lost with my original Virtual Boy. So when I replaced the entire Virtual Boy, I didn't have this anymore. I should have still had at least the frayed eye shade, even though I could not find it. Alright, so it doesn't feel okay. Now it's clipped in on both sides. Okay, it looks a little thicker now. Before it was obviously thinner, and now it's not. Maybe it's, well, no, because it wasn't exactly sealed. Alright.
I don't remember it sticking out into the nose area like that.
Yeah, I do remember there being more of a gap there. But it does kind of make sense if it's to block light that it conform to different size noses. And let's see. Turn this around. Let's see how well it fits. I don't want to put weight on this while I'm adjusting. That doesn't feel the same at all.
Move it backward.
Oh yeah, I do have it backwards. No wonder. It's all because it's not safe to do it while it's standing, and so it makes it more of a awkward thing than it should be. I mean, you are supposed to do it while it's standing, but that's a good way to crack it. Yeah, that does not look like how the original stand would behave when you're setting it down. That looks kind of, I guess it's just because it's not tightened here yet. Tilt it back. Yeah, that does not look, this side is lifted compared to this side. If I try to force it straight, I could be cracking the medallion. Yeah.
The metal bars look slightly thicker.
I don't know how to tell. Let's see if the original
You might crack the
leg
original
strengtheners. Let's see if the original. We have extras of these from our old busted stand that still has a cracked medallion and cracked clip. So, that was the replacement stand for Nintendo. Yeah, it feels the same to me. I'm wondering if these are salvaged parts. The rubber feet are definitely different, unless this rubber's just aged more somehow. They feel very different textures. This is slippery and shiny, and this one is dull and sticky. I I guess that's what you call them, leg strengtheners. And now as far as quality differences, it's very hard to see. I mean, this one has these much wider marks here that must have something to do with the mold. But they look almost identical. Alright, that does not feel right. It feels like this one is pulled further back and that one is kicked further forward. And I don't know if it's medallion or this plate or what that is to blame. Only this one seems to wiggle. Well, no, now that one does.
Missing a washer inside.
Maybe, but I don't think so. They don't seem to wiggle once they're in the lock position, though, or at least much.
All right,
Definitely do not look the same.
Done.
I'm looking through them this way. All right, I think we're done. This is the original stand. When you put it down, it's mostly all four in contact at once. This one, when you put it down,
It's a replacement.
yeah, see how this leg kicks out? They don't sit where they should until after it's sitting down, if even then they are where they should. So I think I'm just going to use this for the replacement parts in here to restore my second original stand. So yeah, I think you can get some. It feels almost like this is rotated in there. Like when they made the little hook shapes to go into the screws, they didn't bend them at the right angle. And so I bet it does have something to do with that.